What's the feeling on the defense with the struggles being able to stop the run?
Yeah, if you're just kind of asking for emotional feelings, obviously frustration is going to be involved in several of the games we've played. But I think we know what we need to do to stop the run, and we need to win some individual battles. And it's hard to coordinate something when you need people to win individual battles, and we need to do that as a defense. And so I would definitely say emotionally frustrated, but that's not a bad thing. Playing as a frustrated, angry defense can be a positive thing in this game.
When you look back at what happened in the second half, the last couple of games, what do you learn about the defense and maybe even about yourself personally?
Yeah, it's always the role of the player to look at first at oneself, how one's playing, how to improve the game, and different things like that, and then kind of as the unit. But I think one thing that we're starting to learn and that we need to learn in order to win the future games, which we will, is that it's less about a responsibility as like, okay, this is my responsibility, and they didn't run here, so we're good. We need to play as a unit where every yard that they gain is against us, no matter where you are. If I'm on this side or if I'm on the far side of the field, we're defense, and we need to learn that, and we need to understand that. We need to play like that.
You mentioned winning those individual battles and trying to improve in that area. Is that the common denominator? Is that the similarity that you're seeing game in and game out where these teams are having success on the ground? What do you attribute that? What's the common denominator that you're seeing as to why the teams are having the success they are?
Yeah, and I don't think there's always like the one common denominator. I think every play you kind of look at it's like, well, okay, we made a mistake this phase, we made a mistake that phase, so it's not always the same. But in the defense, especially in the philosophy that we run here at BYU, is that we're going to force you to beat us. We think we're better than you. Come at us, kind of a thing. You need to win those one-on-one matchups, and sometimes those two-on-one matchups, and we just need to play stout, mean defense. So I think in some cases I do agree that that's sometimes the common denominator. We need to win.
What do you think is the state of the BYU Boise State rivalry right now? As a person that you almost went to Boise, right?
No, I didn't almost go to Boise.
Oh,
No, we got the wrong guy. I'm just a walk-on, here at BYU, and I think that's actually one of the strengths of BYU football, is that you get some of these players who could have gone to other places, who had offers at other places. You could look at Barry Romney as another example. That's all over. One of the strengths of Brigham Young University is Latter-day Saints who want to play here and who are willing to give up whatever it takes to come here and play here. And so then you look at some of these rivalries of places they could have gone, whether it's me or whoever it is, and that rivalry becomes a little bit more deep. It's a little bit more fresh, because you got friends who are playing other places and different things. Like, well, if you'd have come here, you'd have seen this or that or whatever. We made our choice. We wanted to be here. This is why we came here. We gave up whatever we needed to. And so those rivalries are deep. And there's a lot of emotion in there because of that aspect. And that's one of BYU's greatest strengths.
I don't know if you heard Bracken, but Kalani, when we talked to him after the game and then also today, he takes a lot on himself. He says, I'm the head coach. It's all on me. I got to make sure that the team's ready. As a player, to you, what does it mean to hear your coach take that type of responsibility and put that much on himself as far as the team goes?
Yeah. I think that's a great question to give you some insight as to how our team operates. And that's why we love Coach Kalani and his staff. That's why we love him. And for any of you fans out there or anybody who aren't sure how we feel about him, that's why we love Kalani. I wouldn't want to play for anyone else. After I've kind of learned how he treats us, how he cares about us, how he'll take the brunt of anything coming, but anything good that's coming our way, he points it straight at us. That's how a loving father should act. That's how a great coach acts, and I think that it motivates me. I want to play for him. I don't like, if I were to ever hear anything or anybody say anything about Kalani, it makes me really angry because I feel a great loyalty to him because of that aspect of how he treats us.
Along the same lines, he has to find that balance between correction He has to correct you guys. He has to correct other members of the staff to try and overcome these problems that you're dealing with. How does he handle that balance? Because obviously you guys care about him, but he still has to, he has to come down hard sometimes.
Yeah, and what I said before in no means says that he doesn't do that. And a lot of times you kind of want that. You kind of thrive for that, not thrive for that, but you yearn for that as a player because you want to know what you can do better. We lost the game. That sucks. We played really hard. Nobody's out there halving it or loafing. You know what I mean? We're all trying our best. And so you want to know, okay, if I'm trying my best and we still didn't win, what do I need to do better? And so you want that person to come in and say, hey, you lost this matchup because of this. We need to win this one-on-one matchup because of it, and this is how you can do it. So him smiling and showing you guys how much he loves us doesn't mean that he doesn't correct us. He just doesn't do it in front of you.
So last question.
You mentioned we need to have the mentality of they're scoring on our defense, I guess, collective unit.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
something you guys are trying to pass along to teammates? Is that something that the coaching staff's passing along? Where is that?
I guess that was just my answer to that question, kind of on an individual level.
So is that something you're trying to pass on to your teammates?
Absolutely. We're a team. We have no problem talking with each other. We're going to meet together as a defense here in a little bit, and I think that'll be one of the things we bring up.